Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the casino that is the stock market. My name is Shades. If it's your first time here, be sure to subscribe and give the video a like. It really helps the channel grow. Now let's jump into the video. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk about AI. Oh, no, I'm talking about Ilus today. Finally, we have something to talk about. Ilus did come out with a tweet, their first time communicating with its shareholders through a tweet. Ilus community Asns transaction update. We have agreed to extend the targeted closing date. Surprise, surprise, another extension. Wow. Surprise, surprise. They always under-deliver and never fulfill anything that they say in their 8Ks or 10Qs. So we know they pushed it back to the second quarter of this year. But although there is an extension, we are pleased to have reached the point of a firmly targeted date for completion. Wow, what a way to. We have agreed to extend the targeted closing date. Although there is another extension, we are pleased to have reached the point of a firmly targeted date for completion. It should have been completed already a long time ago, especially the Ilus uplist. All parties are fully committed. Sure, buddy, we've heard that one before. Info, formal update early next week. I bet you their update next week, if they even come out with one, because sometimes they like to say, oh yeah, update next week, and then nothing comes out. And they'll just make excuses to why there was no update, even though they said one. They said there was going to be one in a Twitter statement. So, from their official Twitter account, of all things, I wouldn't expect much. Their info next week, it's probably just going to be saying, they're just going to say the same thing. We are just confirming that we are extending the closing date. That's it. That's probably going to be their PR. Something stupid like that, I bet. I'm calling it right now. That's going to be their formal update. So it's just a nothing update, really. That's what it's going to be, I bet. It's going to be something so stupid. And people are going to get excited again, like they did months ago and a year ago when they thought QND was going to skyrocket to the moon. But that, unfortunately, this is a company that loves to not follow through on anything. They love to over-promise and under-deliver is probably the best way to put it. As you can see here, for 3 years now, since 2021, since that high at 50 cents, it's in a permanent bear market. It's essentially, where's Mullen? Wait, why can't I see? Where's Mullen? Why can't I? Okay, I can't search Mullen right now for some reason. There's Mullen. Okay, so Mullen, you can see pretty much the same thing. It's been in a permanent bear market since yeah. Wait, how far back does this go? Let's go to the monthly. There's your story right there. Look at that. It just keeps going down. It won't stop. DRCR. I don't know what DRCR I don't think has anything to do with Ilus now that I think about it. Had a huge run though. This is why you don't chase. After the huge run, there's also a huge dump. So perfect example of penny stocks doing what they do. They do have their runs and then they come back down. Anyone caught chasing, good luck. Good luck is all I'm going to say. Now, where's QIND? No, not Bitcoin. I think I'm looking at the wrong charts, guys. I think I am looking at the wrong charts. But yeah, QIND is doing pretty much the same thing. After its huge run to 72 cents, it is now sitting at lows under 10 cents. So not much to go off of there. This is Webull, I believe. Yeah, I'm using the wrong one. I was supposed to log in to Moomoo NX, which is their new platform. But again, pretty much all of their stocks except for ASNS. ASNS is the only good one now. That it's over $1, so I will be trading it despite it being a penny stock. They communicate, they drop PRs, they're getting things done, government contracts. Now that's something you want to trade. I'm waiting for it to come down under 150, and if it never sees 150, that's fine. There's plenty of opportunities in the markets. ASTS here had a huge run from 2 to 40. I'll gladly wait for wherever the bottom's going to be. There's always opportunities. Even Clover Health had a huge run from 60 cents to $3.80. I will wait for it to come back down nice and cheap. I can wait. This is the waiting game for me. I can play this all day. I've been playing it like this since I took that loss on Civil way back when. So yeah, you can see QND going absolutely nowhere. Samo hasn't. It's not done much of anything. But what is it, ASTS? No, not, where is it? ASNS. There you go. I'm going to add it to my watch list. There we go. Okay, Actelis network here. There's your trading range. There's your higher floor. You know, this was the previous floor. Here's the higher floor. It's holding. It's a buy under 150 in my opinion. Accumulate it under that level and wait for the next PR that sends it. Simple as that. Maybe one day we'll get a PR that sends it even higher, and it starts a new floor at $4 or $3 or whatever the case may be. That is what we should be looking out for. This is probably the best one out of all the companies right now that people are talking about. It's going to be ASNS. It did receive NASDAQ notice confirming compliance because they were able to stay up above $1. So again, this is possible with something that has a low flow. But look, the most important thing is it has communication, it has PRs, things are moving, things are happening. The communication being the biggest thing. And that's why this thing is holding so well. That's why this thing continues to have pops. And that's why it's holding a higher floor. It's not difficult to understand why this is performing better than something like Ilus or QIND. It's performing better over the long term because A, if you were a shareholder down here at 36 cents, you just saw your share price establish a higher floor at around 130, 120. That's a higher floor by 4. You 4x'd your floor, which means shareholders who were down here at 36 cents or 50 cents or even 60 cents, they just doubled you just doubled your investment, and maybe you're still sitting on it hoping for $10, $20, which is very much possible with something like ASNS having the float that it has, and also getting government contracts, kind of like Palantir. So, do not sleep on this one. Long term or as a swing trade, do not sleep on this one. This is probably the best one out of the trifecta of Ilus, QIND, and Ilus that's going on right now. And oops, what am I doing? I wasn't even showing you the charts. I was on scene 2. My bad. Okay, here we go. This is what I was showing you guys. Like, look at that. Look at that floor. Look at this higher floor. It's been holding since June 5th up until now. It's been holding that higher floor, and people continue to buy the dip. Government contracts are a big deal. Palantir, ASTS, as I just showed you. Any stock that can get huge contracts, keep it on your watch list. Accumulate it when it's cheap. And do not underestimate the potential that this stock has. As for QIND and Ilus itself, I think it's better to stay away from them until they actually follow through on something. They're very good at talking, not a lot of following through. They're very good at giving you dates and then pushing things back. They don't know how to under promise and over deliver like I do. I'm not even a huge business, but I know how to under promise and over deliver. Just look at the description below. There's a Word document. I wrote a short 12-page 12-page pamphlet, someone called it. And it just goes over how I make money in the markets. It's short, sweet, to the point. It's essentially a trading pamphlet. Like, it just tells you how to trade it, how to make money in the markets, how I perceive the markets. And I promised that was going to come out in December. And guess what? It came out in August. So it came out 4 months, 4 months earlier than I had promised. I told everyone by the end of the year I will have a trading book out. Guess what? I under promised and over delivered because now it's out. It's free and it's only 12 pages long. You can read it while taking a dump. And it's short, sweet, to the point. I could have written a huge 100-page book and fluffed it, but I'm not going to fluff something. I'm just not going to fluff it. It just doesn't. It wouldn't be me, right? It wouldn't be me if I'm not short, sweet, to the point. So that's why it's only 12 pages long. I wasn't going to fluff it with a bunch of, these are buyers and these are sellers and the market goes up. No, screw all that. Let's get to the point. So feel free to download it. Link in the description below. That is it for the video, guys. Keep an eye on ASNS under 150.